Do you love the selling side of business? You know, that moment where you get to tell somebody what you do and you tell them how much it costs and you ask them if they want to buy from you? Or does it fill you with dread and make you think that that whole thing is sleazy, slimy, icky, unwelcome, manipulative, and a horrible side of business that you really wish you didn't have to do? Now, I think it's fair to say that most, if not all of us, have had at least one and probably several really terrible sales experiences in our life where we have had that person or that company that was really pushy, they were manipulative, you know, they told us that we were a complete idiot if we didn't want to buy their thing, we felt backed into a corner, we felt manipulated, they've tried to, you know, talk us into submission, and those experiences don't half stay with you, don't they? Because they're so bloody unpleasant. And I think the problem that creates when we're building our own business is we never ever want to come across like that. None of us ever want a customer to feel that we were pushy or manipulative or aggressive, or that we made them feel as though we were trying to back them into a corner and buy something that they didn't want. But what that means is that in a lot of cases, it then becomes too easy to say, I don't like the sales side, I'm really no good at sales. So we kind of back away from that completely and just go with the intention that if you deliver a fabulous product or service, if you're really good at what you do and you're really a nice person who gets on with everybody, that it will be enough to attract customers for you. That would be brilliant, but that's just not the way that it works, is it? I expect for the vast majority of us, there are loads of other people out there who do what we do. I know there are loads of people out there who offer similar services to me. None of them are as good, obviously, but there are loads of people. For my customers, there is loads of choice out there. And I'm sure that that is the same for you. For the vast majority of us, our customers have got loads of choice. So the onus is on us to make it really clear what we do, how we do it, that we're flipping good at what we do, and give people that opportunity to buy. But here's the crux of things, is that's what we're talking about here, giving people the opportunity to buy something that they genuinely want, genuinely need, and which is actually going to make a real difference to them or to their business. So we're never trying to sell somebody something that they don't want or don't need, because that's when we go to Sleazeville. But you and your business, I am quite sure, are not in that place. So just think about shifting your mindset and move away from that whole concept of selling stuff to people who don't really want it, and really just think about how you can help people make an informed decision to buy from you. Because buying in itself is actually a really positive experience. There is almost always something that each and every one of us loves to buy. You know, it's a really good experience. And that's what we're looking to give to our customers as well. We're looking to give them that wonderful positive experience of buying something that's going to be brilliant for them or for their business. So my little tip number one is really think about that mind shift. You're helping people to buy. You're not selling at or selling to anybody. My second tip is the power of questions, because the way to help people to buy without it ever feeling sleazy or pushy or manipulative is to use the art of questions, because questions help you to really get to know somebody. They also give you the opportunity to show that you're interested, to talk about what you do, to be able to explain, you know, when a customer talks to you about their potential issues or problems, they're giving you the opportunity to then open up about how you can help and why you're the right person to do that. So questions are an absolutely brilliant tool for you. And the beautiful thing about them as well is there's nothing fancy about them. You don't need some artsy-fartsy presentation, and you also don't need to be doing loads of talking. You just ask questions, and the customer will love the fact that you're genuinely interested. So the customer does most of the talking, so you don't need fancy sales pitches. So that's my tip number two, is really think about questions that you can ask, and great questions that customers love to talk to you about, and that will go a long way to really kind of building up that relationship and that rapport. And my third tip for you is always give people the opportunity to buy. It may well be that you have great conversations with people, you've explained everything about what you do, and then you get to that point of thinking, well, if they want it, they'll tell me that they want it. But the onus is not on the customer at that point. The onus is on you to show them how to make that decision. There's nothing worse as a customer than kind of wanting what it is that somebody's got, but just not being sure how you can buy it. So make sure you always make it clear how they can buy it. And that might just be a really easy question about, how does this fit with what you had in mind? Does this sound like something that you'd be interested in? Is this something that you'd like to put in place in your own business? And just make sure that that step, that pathway is there and it's clear and it's really simple for them. So give them that opportunity to buy from you, because otherwise you might just be doing them a disservice. So 3 tips on how to make more sales but without ever feeling sleazy is: stop thinking about it as selling and think about helping people make an informed decision to buy, because we love buying. Think about asking great questions and really getting to know your customers, and then you will also know as well that you're definitely the right person that can help them. And the tip number 3 is make sure you give people the opportunity to buy. Always invite them to buy from you and make it clear how they can do that. And then both you and the customer can all live happily ever after. You've delivered a great service, you've made more sales, but without ever being sleazy, and your customers are all happy as Larry because they're buying things that are just brilliant for them. Happy days all round. So I hope that's been useful for you, and helped you really think about selling and sales in a bit of a different way. I'd love to hear back from you about how this resonates with you, and I would also love for you to share this video with anybody else who you think could benefit, and of course feel free to encourage them to subscribe to the mailing list or subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done that already. Thank you folks, see you soon.